The cosmic energy that you have been experiencing over the past few months has been a powerful force, actively stripping away the old paradigm and revealing profound new revelations of truth that have long been hidden throughout your history. This transformative energy, while still present, is now leading you to witness significant progress being made in various aspects of life and consciousness. In stark contrast to this awakening, you are also observing the last stand by the Dark Ones. This is their last desperate attempts to impose their agenda of world domination upon humanity. This may be a pressing question to some of certain spiritual beliefs. What if it was more than that? What if there was one more Messiah than you thought? Maybe two or three? What if the question is, are all the Messiahs coming back? If you start to study the belief systems of this planet and the billions who are invested in them, you will find that of 5 of the major spiritual systems, 4 of them expect a master to return. You might find that a coincidence, or perhaps it's part of what you're experiencing right now. Maybe it's even what the indigenous talked about. What if they all are back already? As an increasing number of individuals within the human race begin to awaken, the forces of chaos are becoming more apparent. This chaos is often fueled by fabricated narratives designed to incite wars and foster conflict among nations and communities. The current situation can be seen as a culling of certain cultures, orchestrated under the dark manipulation of the elites of your world, often referred to as the Cabal. These shadowy figures are pushing for wars and unrest because they sense that the reins of control are slipping from their grasp. Their fear of losing power drives them to resort to increasingly desperate measures, including the perpetuation of violence and division. Dear ones, I want to present something that is controversial to many. Those who were grown in a belief system and programmed in a belief system, even ones of love, have come to expect a returning master. And in almost all cases, the aspect of the return is to save this planet from turmoil. A returning master will come and give peace in times that are not peaceful, that will return that which is love to a planet that perhaps doesn't have that. So the returning messiahs, no matter how many or from what belief system, they seem all to have the same purpose to bring peace to planet Earth. Dear ones, I am going to make a statement here, and then I am going to do a little more explanation. That has always been a metaphor. Always. Instead of a returning human being that would somehow come from the skies and make some kind of a statement and build a temple on the planet and rule, which is the apparition, you might say, of the visualization, you might say, that we were given, you were given, all were given as the reality in 3D. It is crucial to understand that while many of your star families are prepared and vigilant, ready to intervene to prevent any nuclear detonation, there are forces within your governments that are actually working to undermine these efforts. This creates a precarious situation where destruction remains a possibility if these deceptive beings continue to manipulate both the populace and the global narrative. Rest assured, we have the Earth surrounded. Our presence is felt, and we are committed to observing with great caution the unfolding events on your planet. Many of you had anticipated the dawn of a new golden era immediately following your earthly elections, but the reality has proven different. The false light has tricked many into believing a false narrative to bring in the Cabal's agenda. The truth is that you cannot take third-dimensional concepts of control and transform it into something of the light. This is what they had people believing. They just put a popular face on their narrative to lure those seeking truth down a wrong path. What if instead it was a metaphor of the consciousness of the master you expect that then would be placed upon the planet at a certain time, that would infuse the consciousness of humanity with the tools to help bring peace? And what if there were more than one master? Well, there is. Independent in many belief systems, there is not the same one. There are actually many. There are many more even than are presented in your major belief systems, for many of the indigenous had the same kind of a realization or a belief. What I am telling you now is that all of them together have come back to this planet and imbued themselves onto this grid of consciousness that is yours, in the field that is yours, in order to do exactly what you expect. The Messiahs are here, not as physical human beings, but as a consciousness of love and grace and beauty and wisdom and understanding that you know that they represented. Can you then sit for a moment, no matter what your teaching has been, and realize they've returned? They're back. The true light is here, actively dissolving the illusions that you are witnessing around you. Those who continue to invoke force and push for massive wars are being revealed for what they truly are. They are in the pockets of the elites and controllers of your world, literally paid actors. However, humanity is waking up to this knowledge, and as a result, there is a collective energetic transformation occurring. This awakening is rapidly dismantling the false narrative that has long held sway over your perceptions, prompting many individuals to change their direction on their spiritual journeys. For those of you who have remained on the sidelines, observing with discernment, you have likely noticed this rapid shift taking place. This is what is taking place, barely starting on this planet. As you start to correct some of the things from an aging old energy that is still battling you right now, you are presently sitting in the battle of old and new consciousness. Some would call it dark and light. That's how old consciousness looks to you. It's a darker idea that countries should attack countries, that resources should not be shared but conquered. This is an old energy that has been with you for centuries and only has been then started to change in the last decade or two. And this is why you start to see a real dichotomy between how people think, what people do, and the ideas that they might have to move forward are starting to be very, very different.